Hello and welcome to the pajama edition of Bad Pitch Energy. This is Robyn and I'm joined by my co-host, Thomas. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, and I'm appreciating the hushed tone because I don't have much of a voice, and so this could not be more perfect.
This is a late Tuesday night recording. We couldn't record over the weekend just due to some personal things going on, and I'm tired. You're tired. We just figured, hey, you know what? Let's just do a ASMR pajama edition. Something to listen to while you get ready for bed.
I love it. And we are here. And I've been told I have a very soothing voice before. I've been told that. I mean, you can tell me if you agree or not.
I think you do. I think you also have a very charismatic voice too. Like, I think you do have a voice that's pretty suited for radio or like podcasting.
I have a voice and a face for radio. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh.
Thanks, Robyn.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Well, on that note, how about them Astros?
Well, I'm just saying, I even have my little cup of tea ready.
I got my
for this late night edition.
Yes, we love it. We are mellowing out, setting the tone, and I'll tell you who's been mellowed out since the beginning of the season.
Who?
The Houston Astros, Robyn.
So I will say I started to become a fan of the Astros just simply because after moving here, after they won in 2017, I've been used to them winning. I've only really seen them win. So now being on the opposite side where they do nothing but lose, I am honestly at a loss of how to feel and how to react. I've been also reflecting on what I've been saying at the beginning when we were doing our preseason recordings. Yeah. And I remember saying I'm so excited for Imai. He seems like he's a dog. He's he's ready to go. I think I also forgot to mention in one of our episodes that I actually really love Jordan and Altuve as well. I think I was really hooked on Hunter Brown. Then he ended up on the IL, right?
Yep.
But no, he had another really bad outing today. I think he was doing fine for what it was, for how he's been doing for the first couple innings. Then he hit by pitch, walked, grand slam. And it just fell apart after that. And it's just booing. Yeah. I think they probably brought him back from the IL too early, honestly. He wasn't even doing well in Sugarland. So what made them think he was ready to come back to the Astros? Except for the fact that we just don't have any depth. We don't have any arms. And they're probably like, well, you seem fine. Come on up. I think what makes it shitty more than anything else is that it feels like a very expensive contract for a AA, even high A level of pitcher right now.
And I mean, I'm with you. I also still have hope that he is going to turn it around. Yeah. What I think, reading between the lines, his injury was for psychological. It was more psychological than a physical. I mean, arm fatigue is very broad and very open to interpretation. And so I think they had probably thought it was a better part of a month, if I remember correctly, that he was out. I just want to know, what is the team doing to help acclimate him to Major League Baseball and to the United States? And not to say that they are not trying. I'm sure they're trying. But clearly what they're doing is not working. And we've got to get this straight ASAP. And I do mean ASAP. because this season is a completely lost cause if he is not even 70% of what we thought he
No.
could. The Astros
I
don't
think
have.
they don't have a number 1 pitcher, right? They don't have an ace right now. Our ace is on the IL. I think our number 2 pitcher right now might be Mike Burrows. I think Mike Burrows has been getting very unlucky in terms of, like, defense,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
he's starting to turn it around. I think
he
he was
is.
settled to be our number 3 or 4. Christian Javier is on the IL.
Yeah,
Arrigetti's been getting it done. Peter
he has
Lambert
been.
actually has been getting it done.
Yeah.
We finally, sent Ryan Weiss down to AAA, but I don't
I
know.
mean,
It's just one of
all
those where
things all things considered, Robin, I mean, things could be a lot worse. They are,
right,
tied for last place right now, but they're only
right.
6.5 games out. That they are in a position where if they can get healthy in the month
Mhm.
of May, they will absolutely be a competitive baseball team in the summer. And that is,
Yeah.
especially with how badly they've been wrecked by injuries, that would be a miracle. I mean, we're sitting here, Carlos Correa is done for the year. That is
Yes.
that is a devastating blow, and in a year where it really looked like he was back to Carlos
Mhm.
Correa,
Yes, he
and
was doing so well, and then just, like, a really bad freak accident, if you wanna call that, during, like, a batting practice where he just felt a pop, and that was it. It wasn't even on his batting ankle, too. I think it's just one of those where I'm sitting here going like, thank God we actually didn't end up trading Isak Paredes or even trading Christian Walker because now we wouldn't have anyone to play in the infield. Like so
yeah,
much for an infield surplus.
I
But no,
agree.
I think it's just one of those where he just had surgery as well and he's back in the clubhouse, I think. He's just said he's going to the clubhouse all year just for that presence. And I do think they
Mhm.
need him and his leadership,
They do.
especially to keep the morale up, if anything
Yeah,
else.
I agree. I mean, he is a clubhouse leader. He is probably the
Mhm.
leader of the Astros in the clubhouse, and so to have him there will be hugely, hugely important as they look to right the ship. And if
Yeah.
all else fails, maybe he can manage this year. Maybe,
I mean, I think 1 or 2 more games like today, and I do think Espada is gone. But I will say, despite all of our injuries and all of our pitching woes, the
mhm.
fact is no Astros fan is saying, "I wish we still had Frambert," is very telling after
Yeah,
a very interesting week that Detroit had.
Fromber is going to Fromber, and we
Mm-mm.
saw we saw classic Fromber Valdez in
Yeah.
Detroit, and he was ejected from that game, right, Robin?
He was ejected from okay, so I will say I've Framber Valdez already has a negative reputation for crossing
Mhm.
his catcher, in September last year, and he had to go to the general manager's meeting with the presentation of, "Look, I am a good guy."
Mhm.
So, people already know he's a head case. AJ Hinch already has managed him previously, knows he's a bit of a head case, and to be fair to him, in the sense that, like, Detroit also does not have do not have any pitchers.
Mm,
Skubal actually is on the IL
I
as well
know.
for loose bodies in the elbow.
Those damn loose
Uh,
bodies.
I finally learned what loose bodies mean. Apparently, it's like bone fragments or whatever, which
Oof.
actually does sound very painful.
Yeah, it does.
But I will say, so he essentially is they also for that game, they also had a very taxed bullpen. So Framber
Mhm.
essentially had to go a lot of innings. Traditionally, I think he could do that. Basically, what happened though was like in during the Red Sox scouting reports, they're like, hey, if you can get a second base, Framber tips his pitches. So
Mm.
what the Red Sox were essentially doing was they were making it to second base, and then they would start relaying signs to whoever was next at bat. I think the one who really set it off at least was Trevor Story. Since Trevor
Mm,
Story was the one who relayed Framber's pitch that caused the first like 3-run home run, and it just fell
mhm,
apart from there. And he also got very unlucky in the sense that his defense, the Tigers' defense that day was just not there either. So he was just
mhm,
getting blown up. He wanted to be taken out because I think someone told him, hey, just so you know, they're reading your pitches. And so he did the only thing he could do in that sense. Home run, gave up a home run, gave up a home run,
mhm,
and then hit the guy relayed, who started it all. And that was
mm.
Trevor Story. So, and then, I mean, if you watch the video, he's like, if you're not going to take me out, like, I'll take myself out. Let me get ejected. So
Mhm.
that's how I kind of read it. But if you also, I've been watching it from different angles. And if you see like Wilson Contreras, he does look upset, but Trevor Story also looks upset, but also kind of looks like they were trying not to laugh, sort of upset, you know? And then
Yeah.
you have like the little bullpen, like not Blue Jays, the Tigers. They're like slowly coming in because they're like, damn, now I got to defend Framber. It's just like,
Yep.
it was just weird.
Yeah.
No Tigers player was like, yeah, Framber, you got him.
Yeah.
So,
It seems as if he has not ingratiated himself into the Tigers clubhouse in any way, shape, or form,
mhm,
which became an opportunity for the Astros towards the end, where there were definitely clubhouse issues that involved Framber Valdez.
mhm,
And this is why he went unsigned for the majority of the winter, is because, yes, he is a talented major league pitcher. If he's not an
mhm,
ace, he's a a 1A or a
mhm,
solid number 2. And so it it's frustrating because you have somebody who has raw pure talent,
mhm,
but he is his own worst enemy in this case. Um,
mhm,
and I think you're right, AJ Hinch, he does not play with that type of stuff, and so I understand
mhm.
this level of frustration.
Like
I
his post-game interview,
Yeah, yeah,
he just basically said that was not good baseball.
yeah.
Like as a manager in general, you say what you can to defend whatever your players. He didn't even try.
Mhm. I know.
So
I know. It's not good. Speaking of
it,
not good,
yeah.
the New York Mets. They are the only team right now on track for 100 losses. Isn't that amazing? The only team.
Ye- I mean, they did win today. They did have a blowout win today.
Love it. Against the Tigers, actually, no less. Right? I mean,
They don't have any
hello.
pitching. Yeah, they don't have any pitching, so take
But
advantage of it while you can.
it is jarring and
Mhm.
unbelievable that we are sitting here on May 13th and the Mets are still the worst team in baseball. Oh, no, actually not anymore. They are the second worst team in baseball, only to the Colorado Rockies, who won the season series, took 4 games out of 6. Um, but the Mets actually did manage to win a series in Colorado last week, and they managed to win a series in Anaheim, and then lost the series in Arizona.
Yeah.
But I am getting to the point now with the Mets where I do believe if at the end of May,
Mhm.
they are still, what are they right now? 12 and a half games out of first place. It's time to sell. And
Yeah.
I think that goes for everyone. What
Mhm.
I think the Mets are due for, and I didn't think this a month and a half ago, but I think it is time to completely tank, sell everybody off, and
Mhm.
start over. And when I say abolish the New York Mets, I guess this is sort of what I mean. is the Mets never rebuilt. They have spent money to fix gaps and problems. And it was a strategy. I'm not going to say it, they didn't try. It was a strategy, but it has not worked because you have a team of superstars led by Juan Soto, Bo Bichette, Freddie Peralta, Francisco Lindor. Yeah, he's on the IL. But you have a team of superstars who are the worst team in baseball on a given night. And I don't know at this point what more you can do. You've got to be hoping and praying that Juan Soto... Bring back Grimace, because we're going to talk about Elmo in a second. I've got some fucking beef with Elmo.
With Elmo?
Okay? But you've got... If I'm the Mets ownership, I'm just going to say, you know what? 2030. Let's sell this. Let's rebuild. Let's just get a ton of minor league guys, and let's try and build a homegrown team. And in 2030, I'm going to supplement that homegrown team with superstars that I buy. Because we are wasting Juan Soto's prime years right now in Queens. We are wasting Francisco Lindor's prime few years that he has left of his career. And Bo Bichette, he'd be silly to opt out of his contract at the end of this year. But man, I don't blame him if he does, because he might take less money to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, wasn't he also offered like $5 million to actually opt out as well?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. He gets paid to opt out. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I mean,
why not opt out?
I don't know. This is
go back to Toronto. Go back to playing with your best friend. Like, this is not. This is not working.
It's not working. None of it's working. It's awful. But you know what? I think the worst L of the week was Elmo.
Elmo? I will say though, this was actually a requested topic of discussion.
Yes, it was.
Not this picture of Elmo. I thought you were going to show the actual picture of Elmo in a Phillies hat.
Well, we'll come back with that, but I need us to understand something. Elmo is a New York Mets fan. Okay? Elmo is a New York Mets fan. So then my confusion is why we are watching the Philadelphia Phillies game. And by we, I mean the internet. I was not, in fact, watching the Philadelphia Phillies game. And old Elmo is there in the booth with the announcers.
Right.
Just talking, oh, I'm the biggest Phillies fan, ha ha ha, in the world, ha ha ha. And I'm like, what the fuck, Elmo? I thought you were one of us. And here's the thing. There have been many times over the years in which I have thought long and hard about whether I should renounce my Mets fandom and select another team. Clearly, Elmo has made that decision for himself. But here's my confusion. Elmo, if you're going to choose another team, why does it have to be the Phillies? They're not having a great year either. I mean, I would have accepted Elmo becoming a Dodgers fan or a Cubs fan or hell, even a Yankees fan.
I think Elmo needed a red team though.
Why? He has enough red. What about the Reds? What about these Cincinnati Reds, Elmo? They are named after you. I don't understand it. This is traitorous behavior. What a sellout. And Elmo, when we are back in 2030, I don't want you coming to Citi Field, schmoozing with Mr. Matt, throwing out the first pitch, or talking to our announcers. You stay with the Philadelphia Phillies and you see how well they treat you on their next losing streak, because you're going to see the real Phillies fans and they're vicious. You're dead to me.
That felt very personal.
It is personal. And then, y'all.
Okay, funny topic though. Which like teams do you think like the Sesame Street characters would be fans of?
Hmm. I
Like
think
I see Oscar the Grouch being like a Yankees fan.
oh, 100%. 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big Bird is a Tampa Bay Rays fan. It just is.
Oh gosh. I feel like Bert and Ernie, they'd probably be like
They're Nationals fans.
I was gonna say Twins fans because they're
Oh,
inseparable.
I thought they were lovers.
I mean, yeah.
And
I was also thinking maybe Brewers. I feel like
I could see that. And
they
I
would
feel
hang out
like
with Bernie.
the Cookie Monster is definitely a
Mhm.
Seattle Mariners fan. I also just don't know why, but he is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then who's the blue guy? What's his name? Um
You're
the other
asking
blue
me
that kind of
to
looks like Elmo.
reach back into my childhood now. Oh
Oh,
man. The blue guy. The blue guy.
yeah,
Mm,
the
nope.
one that
That
looks like blue Elmo.
yeah.
I'm
Blue
sure
Elmo. Is he a Dodger fan?
maybe.
Hmm.
No, am I going crazy? I could have sworn there was a guy that looked like blue Elmo.
I'm
I
looking.
honestly, it's been
There's
a
someone
while.
Elmo adjacent here. I love it. I love it. And I don't know why I feel this way, and this is
Mhm,
totally unrelated. But Miss Piggy, and I know we're talking about the Muppets
mhm.
now.
Right.
I feel like Miss Piggy is a Texas Rangers fan.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
it just gives MAGA Barbie. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Grover!
Grover! Grover, and so Grover is a Dodgers fan?
No, I don't I think Grover's too nice to be a Dodgers fan.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Hmm. Well, speaking of
And
characters,
yes, yes.
how is this for a this is nightmare
I
fuel.
when I saw that video, I think it was captioned something like, "You would not guess who was singing the national anthem," and they were right. I would never
Never.
have guessed it was Ronald McDonald.
Never. Wild.
Never. I
Impressive,
was
because
and he
this
had a really nice singing voice too.
yes, Elmo was Elmo. Ronald McDonald has some pipes on him.
Sing. He could sing.
Yeah, and I will
But
say, like, this is a pretty decent looking Ronald McDonald.
ooh,
It's a pretty decent looking. I don't know. I something about the hair.
clowns do not do it for me.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. But I like this could have been much, much worse. I
In what way? How's this
don't know,
not
but
bad already?
it could have been worse. I mean, it could have been worse. But I agree. Clowns
Oh.
are weird and they're uncomfortable.
Do
But
you remember that summer of 2016 when, like, the clowns took over?
yes, yes.
Where,
Oh
like,
man.
there's always, like, some, like I don't know if they were just, like, internet creepypastas or whatever, but people were always talking about, like, clowns in
Yep.
the street or something.
How do you
That
remember
was a
that
time.
year?
2016 was the summer.
Oh, say
It
more.
was a it was an incredible summer. It was just, like, great music. I think that was also the summer
Mm,
of Pokemon Go. I
Pokemon
just
Go to the polls.
mm.
Never mind.
But no, I just remember there's that summer was just such a fun vibe all
Yeah,
around.
yeah. And then November
Yeah.
2016 happened.
Mhm. And here we
And
are.
it's been all downhill from there. It's just been a
Yeah.
mess, an absolute mess. Oh boy. Well,
I
speaking of
mean
mess, one of my favorite baseball players is kind of a mess,
mhm.
and that's Fernando
Fernando
Tatis.
Tatis.
There is just there's something almost in the way
Mhm.
like Framber Valdez. there's something about him where he is a 5-tool player. He has
Mhm.
all of the God-given and physical-driven skills to
Mhm.
be a successful Major League Baseball player and a superstar. Number
Mhm.
1, he hasn't hit 1 home run yet, and home runs are not the end-all be-all.
Right.
But number 2, he is a player who plays with a certain, I don't wanna say it's a chip on his shoulder, but
Mhm.
when he's upset, because you see the
Yeah.
lack of hustle.
Yeah.
And that is one of the worst traits of a Major League Baseball player.
Yeah.
And we saw it again with him very recently
Mhm.
in a game where he was not hustling. He was upset about something. I don't remember the exact context that he was upset about, but he then, was seen not running out a play and then just disappeared at the end of the game, didn't go talk to reporters.
Mhm.
What I also do think, though, and this is not defending him,
Mhm.
to me, the days of players need to talk to the media after every single game at their locker
Mhm.
is an outdated practice. It really, really is. The concept of a player having to sit there and answer the same generic
Mhm.
boilerplate questions, it's just stupid because we know how they're going to answer. And the
Mhm.
only time you're going to get something newsworthy is when they say something they probably shouldn't. And
Right.
so I almost say, you know what, Fernando? Good on you for not putting yourself in a situation where you're going to
Right.
say something dumb. But I
Right.
also think in this day and age, and I sound like a boomer saying that, but players can now communicate directly with the fans through social media.
Right.
They can go live on IG or TikTok.
Mhm.
They can post a tweet, they can post a story, or whatever it might be. And so I do wonder if this like practice, because then I hate to say that's reporters whining, oh, he didn't come to his locker. Oh, he only
Right.
took one question. And I get it's their job, and their job is to find things that are newsworthy and write
Right.
stories and gain traction on social media. And it's probably never been harder to be a beat reporter because there are now people who are able to
Pretend to be
literally
beat reporters.
pretend to be beat reporters.
Schwab, cough, cough.
Oop, oop,
Bonda, cough, cough.
not us naming names.
They're not gonna listen to this shit.
They might now. But but I mean, it is now we're in such a media environment, and we see it with traditional news as well, where
Mhm.
you know all you need is this. You need a phone,
Right.
and you have the entire world here, and you're able to facts be damned for better
Mhm.
or for worse. You're able to go and create content and make news. So I do wonder, like, just as a side note, if the traditional media access is something that maybe will be bargained for in the next CBA and it will be changed. Um, and plus, the manager goes out there every night before and after the game, takes
Right.
questions, and is answering for his guys. So I don't know how I feel about that piece, but I really do think Fernando Tatis is not going to be a Padre for much longer. I think he is
Mhm.
probably most likely. I keep saying Fernando Tatis, not his dad, who had a
Junior.
sick Twitter
Junior.
account. Man, if you were around in the early to mid 2010s, Fernando Tatis Sr.
Mhm.
had the most unhinged Twitter account in the world. Sidebar, and that's some lore. You can Google it. It is insanity times 1,000. But Fernando Tatis Jr., I think, is a likely future Toronto Blue Jay.
Mhm.
Dare I say he might even be a future Los Angeles
Met.
Dodger.
Oh.
No, we're
You don't
good.
want him?
No, we're good.
I don't know. I mean, with Stern's track record,
Yeah,
he might actually make an offer
we need an
for
outfielder, but
someone who you don't
not that
need.
type of. He will bring drama, 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 and I'll tell you the real reason why. Apparently, him and Juan Soto did not get along in San Diego,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so I think I think Juan Soto would be very adamant about not having him on the team, and the Mets would listen to him for sure because he is their cornerstone player who they are
Right.
stuck with for 14 more years.
Yeah. So I
Oh
gotta make
boy.
sure he's at least, right? But no,
Yes.
yeah, I see it. I actually have Tatis on my fantasy team. And
Mm-hmm.
they always send you the little like daily or every blurbs every now and then about how like your player is doing. And
Yeah. Yeah.
the AI generated blurb is never really happy
No.
with
No.
Tatis at all. No, he isn't. And oh gosh, I hope he
Love
figures
it.
it out. My team needs him to figure it out.
Listen.
I don't know if I can do any more GIDPs. I already bitched at you about the point system.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But
Jeez.
no,
What a
he's
mess.
just too good of a player to
Mm-hmm.
be in a slump this long. But I mean, we want to talk about poor media training, right?
Here we go again, Tony.
Tony Vitello and the Giants. He had his little another gaff where he was making fun of a bat boy, which you never want to do. And then I think it was today, a video came out of a game that happened maybe yesterday, I think, where he didn't even know which pitcher he wanted to come in for the bullpen. And it just caused another like kerfuffle, like confusion, when they didn't even know who to start warming up. They didn't know who to send out because Tony Vitello didn't know who to send out. And so this is
Mhm.
another one of those where guy with no real Major League Baseball coaching experience,
Mhm.
his naivete is actually really starting to show. And it's crazy because it's also like I sometimes feel like because I think they also interviewed um, a female coach who also didn't have any like Major League Baseball experience. Like if she did any of the things he has done, her head would be like served up on a platter. And the
Mhm.
way that it doesn't actually seem like people are turning against him even still is a little wild to me. So
Mhm. I
I
agree.
don't know. It's just one of those things where like this Tony Vitello experiment, I don't think it's working.
No.
But I mean, the Giants still seem to be having some fun, right? Have you seen the little? Oh my gosh, the little outfield
Yeah.
sully that I think Drew Bailey, um,
You asked
Jung-Hoo
for it.
Lee, and I can't think of the third guy right now, where they all just like whoop, got into a circle and like smashed their willies together.
You wanted more, exciting sellies, Robyn, and they
I want
said,
no,
"Here you go."
I love the whimsy. I mean, I feel like if talking about like teams needing to change like things around, I think you need to make it fun. I think it's once you stop having fun is
Mhm.
when you're in real trouble.
Yeah.
Because I think when you're still having fun, that's when like I don't want to say like I feel like that chip on your shoulder doesn't feel as big. I think when you're starting to think like, "Oh shoot, I'm down this many point runs. I need to be the one that like scores something like makes a hit, like drive in a batter, do that homer. I can't
Mhm.
keep striking out." I think you start getting to your head. I think it kind of like everyone like the clubhouse like suffers from it. I think when you do
Mhm.
like whimsy, I
Yeah.
think when you have fun, I think you're still trying to like, look, this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
We're playing a game. Um, I think that's when you play better when you're like a little bit more relaxed.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
think I say anything to bring joy to playing. So I will
I
take
agree.
that, Sully.
Hey, we will
I
take
mean, the
it.
Mets tried it today too. It looked a lot less fun, but they did
I
try it
have
today.
I have no doubt that they, killed that new trend, or that silly because
The
they
little
have no
the
riz.
little they have no riz.
Oh
Not
boy.
even not even Mr. Freddie Peralta. can save the
Oh,
Rizless
I know,
Mets.
and he's trying. He is trying.
His IG thirst posts.
They're supposed. He's
Good
like, "Hey,
lord.
another team, please trade for me. I
Like I
want
can
out
drive.
of here."
I'm cute. Like I'm cute. Come find me.
Oh boy, we love it. Well,
Um,
Robyn, it is time for
mhm.
our wild pitches of the week, and I'll lead off. It is
Yes.
about the automatic balls and strikes system,
Mm.
something that we are loving right now.
Right.
But
Right.
I
Right.
have a cautionary tale because I love it, but
Mhm.
it's doing something to the game and it's making baseball more boring. Now, here's what I have to say about that. In the moment, it's exciting. Like,
Mhm.
okay, is this call right or wrong? I want to see the reaction of the guy and how he feels about this. A
Mhm.
call that he made, was it right? So here's a problem though. Walks are at an all-time high. The league batting average is uh, at not an all-time low, but on the lower side, and
Mhm.
strikeouts are up. What does that make for? It makes for less interesting baseball games. And so I do wonder if there will be an unintended consequence of the automatic balls and strikes system,
Mm.
that it might make baseball more precise. Not might, it is making baseball more precise.
Right.
However, it might be making baseball a little bit more boring. And that is not quite what baseball needs. But I do think at the end of the day, we just need excitement in baseball. And I think what I would like to see
Mhm.
is I would like to see players or teams be penalized in some way, shape, or form for challenging a call that is incorrect. Now, and I don't mean, oh, you're going to lose your challenge or you don't get to retain the
Right.
challenge. I want something a little bit more harsh. I don't know what the punishment would be. I'm going to workshop this,
Okay.
but something that is, a little bit more punitive. Like maybe, for every call that you challenge that's incorrect, the opposing team next time they're up, they start with an automatic 1-0 count. They get a ball for free. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Something- I just
That's
feel like there's
interesting.
a
I don't
there there.
know. I don't think I agree with you. I think this might be I just don't know if I agree with you about this though. Because I generally like the ABS system because of its precision. And I
Mhm,
think making it so that each team has two challenges is what balances that out.
mhm,
Because I think it does force a little bit more, it forces teams to be more strategic. It also
mm,
forces batters to have like plate discipline.
mhm.
So
I agree.
I don't know if I actually agree with you
Hmm.
about that. I mean, I don't like giving an automatic ball to the next to the opposing team when like for a wrong call. I don't think I if
Yeah.
anything I don't like that. I think
I mean,
the ABS system
I don't like that
I
either,
think
if
it's
I'm
worked
being
I think the ABS system is working the way it's supposed to because it's confirming
it
just how
is.
hard the job of an umpire is, and it's confirming when the umpire is right, but it's
Yeah.
also letting, like, really bad umps like CB Buckner be put in
CB,
place.
yeah. I don't
So, I
disagree.
don't
I
know.
don't disagree, but there's a there of it is taking some of the juice out of offense this season in MLB because of I think I saw a stat, we're gonna probably be having a real possibility for the first time since 1950,
Mhm.
10% of plate appearances will result in a walk, which is wild to think about.
That's interesting. That is interesting to think about, because like I said, I think it's coming down to potentially changing your strategy in
Mhm.
terms of taking an at bat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I also wanna counter and say, I think teams are also just playing really bad.
Oh, I agree. I
I
agree.
think teams are just also playing really bad. Like, when you have the American League and only 2 teams in the
Mhm.
entire American League are playing have a record of above 500.
Yeah.
I don't think that's because of the ABS. I think it's just because everyone's just playing
I'm
really
with
bad
you.
baseball.
I'm with you on that. Baseball is the on the field product right now in terms of performance is the worst it's been in years. And I'm hoping we're going to turn a corner, and I'm sure we will. You know, the good teams will rise to the top, but the baseball or the quality of baseball right now feels very, very poor.
I think it's the quality of baseball is bad because I think I don't know why, but like your batters aren't producing the way they used to. Like if you're looking at like Cal Raleigh, that man is hitting in the 100s right now. Like I think last I saw he was batting 161. This is a man who hit 60 home runs last year. Like something, I don't know, like I think they're just playing bad. I think there's also something going on with the pitching. And is it the pitch clock? Is it how pitching coaches are telling their pitchers to pitch? Even today, okay, going back to like even today, I just question like the pitching managers. Like Imai has been having problems, right? And so with finding the zone, so like Miller told him to only throw two types of pitches to make sure that his job today was just throw strikes. And like of course if he's going to throw a strike, you're going to serve up some meatballs. Like that's just what's going to happen. Like once they figure out, oh, you're only throwing two pitches, I got your number, I got you pegged. So I think there's poor pitching strategy, but also pitchers are just dropping like flies.
Yeah.
They're continuing to drop like flies. And I would say to Framber's credit, he hasn't had a major injury at all the way that other pitchers have. So I don't know. I feel like something has got to give. And with the potential lockout coming up, I'm sorry, my cat is being insane. What the hell are you doing, Sesame? What the hell?
She wants back in.
No, she's in here.
Oh.
She's just like crawling like a spider on like the bed.
Your cats are
like
crazy.
The bedpost, like she's hanging up like upside down. And she's just like, so I'm in a different bedroom right now. But like between like the bedpost and like the mattress itself, and then it's one of those like kind of like fabric beds post things that you can like. So she's literally like crawling in between the two, like hanging off her like slide. Like I don't know how to explain it, but she's like literally like being a little monkey.
That is so
between
funny.
The bedpost and the mattress, like hanging hanging on by her paws and body just dangling.
Your cats are wild. Absolutely wild.
They're insane. Anyways, where was I going? With this upcoming lockout, that's just bound to happen. And with like the negotiations, I feel like I wonder if they're going to do something to ensure injuries aren't happening the way that they are, if that makes sense. Like, are they going to, maybe they might take the pitch clock away again.
I doubt it.
Maybe they might extend the amount of time on the pitch clock. I think that's a little bit more realistic.
I think that's where we're going, Robyn, it is no coincidence that pitching injuries since implementation of the pitch clock have increased exponentially. I think what is likely is some sort of modification to the pitch clock. And so we'll see. That definitely is going to be something I imagine the players union will raise during negotiations.
Right. Because there's when you have like all your top three Cy Young contenders in the AL from last year, all on the IL at the same time, something's got to give. But I don't know if I had a real genuine wild pitch of the week, except it's more of just like baseball has been bad.
I think you just gave one.
Yeah.
I think you just gave one. And on that note, thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to this special pajama edition of Bad Pitch Energy. We'll catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching. We'll see y'all later. Is this something people do? Do they tap on stuff?
Oh, like, the tapping. I can't stand those tapping videos. Bye, everyone.
Bye. We'll catch y'all next time.